Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. Just wanted to bring you all a quick update. We're going to go over Bitcoin, Litecoin, Digibyte, and XRP today. Going to make this a fast one. I got a doctor's appointment, so I'm going to have to run out of here. But there's a few different things that I wanted to show you on the Bitcoin chart here and on Litecoin and Digibyte and obviously XRP. So if you guys like these videos, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I appreciate you all being here with me. I respect all you guys' time and I appreciate you watching these videos. So I'm going to try to make it as fast as I can as opposed to going into just 10 minutes on one coin and doing a very detailed technical analysis. We're going to look at some of the key points here. So if you like these guys, like and subscribe. All right, so what we're looking at now with Bitcoin, we're at $9,989. We're up 2.22%. And what we're going to see here is if we get a bounce and follow through off this 0.382 for this Fibonacci, guys. What I did, I took from the swing low up to the swing high, and we're sitting directly on this 0.382. And yesterday, if I can zoom in here, you can see we kind of had like a mix between a doji and a hammer candle right here, which set a higher low for us. So we want to see follow through today, but now we have that 50 and that 20-day EMA overhead. So those are the two things that we want to get up above in the days to come. We look at those two areas, and that's going to be around 10,268. Then we're going to be looking up at 10,515, guys. Then ultimately we would try to get up above 10,783 there, and we'd want to set a higher high, because what we were having here was lower highs and lower lows. So we pushed up here. This was our lower high. We set a higher low off the 0.382 right here. Now we want to come up and get up here and make a higher high and eventually try to get a trend line break out of that top area there, that yellow trend line that I'm looking at. Now, if we do start to break down through that 0.382, my first area I'd look at, guys, as support would probably be around 9,005 or 9,417, right in that area off the real bodies. And then I would go down to the 0.5 Fibonacci around 8,480 is what I'm going to be looking at there. So those are kind of the support resistance areas, and also what we're looking at there with those moving averages, because that would correlate with that 100-day moving average, which would probably be a strong area to get a bounce. But we do have to pay attention that we are now below this 20 EMA as well as this 50 moving average, and you can see there's been some profit taking when we tried to go up and test that. Next thing I want to do is just throw on our stochastic RSI. One second here, guys. I must have it up. There we go. All right, so that's our RSI. We'll just start with that, then we'll get into our stochastic RSI. And what I wanted to point out here is we got a potential trend line break right here. We had those lower highs, lower lows, and we want to see if we can get a trend line break out of here on the RSI. On the RSI, we're at 45 right now, so we definitely have plenty of room to move to the upside if the whales want to push it in that direction. The next one I wanted to show you here was our stochastic RSI. And with our stock RSI, we're looking at a potential bullish cross to the upside. We're having higher lows, higher highs on the stochastic, and we potentially could have a nice little move to the upside off here. So we're going to pay attention to this, guys. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin here, see if we can make that move to the upside. First, we need to close up above that 50 moving average. I think that's an important thing that we need to do for Bitcoin. So that's Bitcoin. I'm going to move on to Litecoin here. And guys, if you can hear my computer in the background, I apologize. Probably for the last 2 or 3 hours, I've just been running through a lot of different charts, so my computer's pretty worked up right now. We've been going pretty hard here. So what we're looking at now for Litecoin, we're at $94.32. And with that $94.32, we have set a higher low that I was talking about yesterday. That was the big video that I was talking about, saying, will Litecoin set that higher low? And we ended up setting that higher low. Guys, one second. My next door neighbor, he's using a chainsaw, and I want to shut the door or the window for us. All right, so we set that nice higher low, but what we need to do now is get up above. We have 3 moving averages to get up above, and this is on the one-day chart for Litecoin. We're looking at the 50 moving average, we're looking at the 20 EMA, and we're looking at the 100 moving average, and we do have a death cross taking place between right here, this 20 EMA coming down over top of this 100-day moving average. So that's something that we do have to look at, guys. Yesterday we had close to what we would almost call a bullish engulfing candle. We didn't make it. It'd be more of a bullish piercing pattern because we did pierce up more than 50% of this body right here. Now we're having a doji, so we're having that fight to see if we do push up to these areas and start testing these moving averages, or if we're going to roll back over, and then I'm going to be looking for this little trend line, see if that holds or if that's going to break. If that does break, guys, I will be looking down here at a potential buy off this 200-day moving average, which is going to be around that $76. That's most likely an area that I think, at least for now, would hold up. If we are to move to the downside, then it would be this yellow trend line right there. So we're going to have to see, because right here we had those tweezer bottoms, which was a strong defense on good volume right there, and it was almost like that bullish piercing pattern, pretty close to a bullish engulfing candle off there. So we'll see if that's the reversal. We are having the lower highs, lower lows. We're going to see if this is the first push up. That was our lower high right there, and now we're looking at the higher low. So we want to get a higher high to come up to try to break out of this white trend line there. That's what I'm going to be looking at. So right now I'm just being very patient and cautious with Litecoin. Want to see if we do get that trend line break to the upside. Next one I want to go over is Digibyte. Let me see here, and you guys can see some of the other coins that I'm looking at, and I also look at some stocks as well. All right. So with Digibyte, what we're looking at here, we still have intact our higher lows. You can see this blue trend line. So this has been holding. You can see some wicks here, some defense. So the bulls have been holding that up. But we have to pay attention to that. For Digibyte, now we're below all four moving averages again. We're below that all-important 200-day moving average. So guys, we really need to get back up above that. It's very crucial and important to get back up above that 200-day moving average. That's what long-term investors are looking at, to see that you're up above that and you're making higher highs and higher lows off of that. And guys, to get back up to that, we're also going to have to get through, let me zoom in here, this 20 EMA, which is having a death cross right over top of this 200-day moving average, and we're also having another death cross here of the 50 moving average over the 100. So, you know, things are pretty tough right now. We're just going to have to see if we can get back up above and get us to around that 0.01119 area. Okay, so that's for Digibyte, guys. And you know what, let me throw on a stochastic RSI, just see what the momentum's looking like there for Digibyte. Digibyte, we are making higher lows, which is good on the stochastic RSI. We have not got across to the upside yet. We'll wait for that, and we do have decreasing volume. So right now, guys, just being patient. We want to see if we can keep these higher lows intact, and if we can start breaking back through these moving averages, which you can see here, sometimes it happens in a week or so. You'll just get that rounded bottom there, and then you'll have that nice shot right up through that 200-day moving average. So, you know, right now, though, they're pushing down on us. The raging river is down for the moving averages, so keep that in mind. And then the last one I wanted to do here was XRP. Let me find it. All right, so XRP, we're at 31 cents. Let me get out here just a little bit. All right, so higher lows still intact, so we still are in that uptrend right there. Guys, the most important thing that I was paying attention to was this yellow trend line break. How I've done videos and talked about trend line breaks. It's one of the most important things in the cryptocurrency space. And when you have these trend line breaks, guys, sometimes you can lose 30-40%. What I wanted to do here was just measure this. So we're going to learn a little something together here while we're going through this, and we're going to look at those trend line breaks. So right there, if you got out once we closed, you're looking at 33%. You could have saved yourself. So, you know, those are the things that are important, and we're also down below all four of our moving averages right now. We're below that 200-day moving average, which we fought hard to get back up above, so we do need a bounce to get back up above that 200-day moving average, and that's going to be around that 34-cent area. That's that white moving averages. That's basically acted as overhead resistance for the longest time. As you can see, I mean, we had a few times we got up above it over here, and now we've fallen back below it. So it's important that we do start getting back up above that 200-day moving average. Now with the stochastic, we're at 70 and 65, and we did get a little cross to the upside there. It looked like we wanted to start rolling over, but we pushed back up a little bit on small volume today, though. I'm not too impressed with the volume. And with the candle that we put in, we did put in a higher low, which was good, and we still kind of have that bullish piercing pattern here but we need follow through, and today we're not getting the best follow through. This here almost looks like a gravestone doji that's forming, where we really shot up, tried to push up higher, and then we saw rejection and fell back down. So this is a higher low, and we'll just have to see if we get in a little equilibrium pattern here, if we're going to break up or if we're going to break back down and test this yellow trend line, which most likely would be probably around that 28-cent range. But right now we're at 31 cents, guys. You know, we just gotta get moving for these altcoins. It's time for them to get moving fairly soon here. So this area that we're looking at now is just that accumulation stage. As you can see, take a look at this chart. Let me really zoom back. And look how fast and aggressive this happens, though. So that's why we kind of have to be ready in these areas. Guys, when this last took off, we were around 25 cents. And in the matter of a month, it went from 25 cents all the way up to $3.33. Like, that's how crazy these gains are in this space. So a lot of the times, people will accumulate and accumulate and accumulate down in these territories, and then they're holding them so they can get these type of explosive moves to the upside. Remember, when you're looking at these moves to the upside, you always want them to come on big volume. Just like right here, guys, this was big volume. As you can see, look at that stick there. And I'm hoping that was part of the start. Maybe overall that was the first impulse wave of volume that was coming in to get us moving back to the upside. You know, so there's all different types of things. Remember, technical analysis is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's about putting the odds in your favor. And you know, when you're wrong, cut your loss. When you're right, let it run. That's the thing, guys. So I hope I didn't keep you too long here. I got to get on the move. But if you like these videos, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless each and every one of you, my friends.